Iowa City, Iowa, in a recent Iowa women's basketball team meeting, after the Hawkeyes had dropped 5 straight Big Ten games, first-year head coach Jan Jensen told the story of Florence Chadwick, an American swimmer. In 1952, Chadwick attempted to become the first woman to swim the 26 miles from the Catalina Islands to the California coastline. 15 hours into the swim, a heavy fog settled on the open waters, and the 34-year-old began to doubt herself. An hour later, convinced she couldn't make it, since she couldn't see the coastline, she pulled herself into a boat. She was less than a mile from the shore. "The shore is closer than you think," Jensen told to her players. "You're closer than you are far. Don't get out of the water." It's a message that Jensen has reiterated to her team and herself throughout the season. In April, the Hawkeyes made their second consecutive national championship game appearance on the backs of Caitlin Clark and a veteran core that mostly departed after the title game. In May, Lisa Bludder retired after 24 years as Iowa's head coach, and a week later, Jensen, Iowa's associate head coach the previous 2 decades, was named her successor. In September, with half a roster of players who had never before worn an Iowa uniform, the Hawkeyes announced they had sold out their season tickets. It was an absolute whirlwind. Now Jensen sits in that head coaching office, knowing she faces a unique challenge with thousands of eyes affixed on her program. She must honor the recent history but not dwell in the past. She needs to sustain a program without so many of the players who got it to where it was. She must evolve with the changing game while staying consistent with who she is as a coach. "Everything is different," Jensen says. "Everything we knew has changed. Just love our fans and these kids so much that I just feel badly when we do come up short. I've taken those things hard because it's been a possession here or there. That's been tough just because I do feel the responsibility." Former assistants who become head coaches often talk about the challenges of moving one seat over, how losses hit differently. Even among the longest tenured assistants turned head coaches, there's so much they don't see until that designation falls on their shoulders. This year, the Hawkeyes have lost as many regular season conference games as the last 2 seasons combined, and that's still with 3 top 10 opponents remaining in their final 8 Big Ten games. Sunday, Iowa will retire Clark's jersey after a game against No. For USC, which features Juju Watkins, one of college basketball's brightest stars, on the court and in the nil world. Though the Hawkeyes have the second best attendance nationally this season, their in-person attendance has sometimes waned. In a recent midweek game against Northwestern, Carver Hawkeye Arena was about 70% full, with most folks getting into their seats only shortly before tip-off. Toward the end of Clark's career at Iowa, the stands filled up 45 minutes early, as fans were eager to watch her pregame shooting routine.